Good morning. Today I'll be doing Bodmas Book A worksheet 1, the odd numbers, right? So number 1 was 5 minus 3 minus 1. So firstly I'm going to do whatever's inside the bracket. So it's going to be 5 minus 2, which is going to be 3. Number 3 is 2 times 5 plus 4. It's going to be 2 times 9, which is going to be 18. Number 5 is 12 minus 10 plus 2. And thus I'm doing again my brackets first, which leaves me with 12 minus 12, which is equal to 0. Number 7 is 5 plus 13 divided by 3. So 5 plus 13 is 18 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Number 9 is 10 times 3 divided by 5. So this one here, you can say divide. You can make as a fraction, right? So 10 times 3 over 5. You see? Now you can simplify. So 5 going to 5 once, 5 going to 10 twice. So 2 times 3 is 6. Number 11 is 12 times 2 divided by 3. So here I say 12 times 2 over 3. Right? So 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 12 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Equals 8. So number 13 is it's going to be 15 divided by 3 divided by 2. So 15 divided by 3 over 2. Right? So now you see here's a divide here. Right? So what you must do, you must tumble and times. So it's going to be 15 times 2 over 3. So 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 5 times. So 5 times 2 is 10. Number 15 is 18 divided by 2 times 3. So 18 divided by 6 is 3. Number 17 is 3, 1 minus 1 over 3 times, okay. So this is going to be 3 times 3 over 3 minus 3 over 3 minus 1 over 3. Right? This is going to be 3 times 3 minus 1 is 2 over 3. This is going to be 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 3 once. What you left with is 2. For number 19, it's going to be 2 over 3 minus 1 over 6 times 4. Now, you see here, guys, those two fractions is not the same, right? Those two fractions here is not the same. So what I have to do is find my LCD in this bracket, right? So my LCD is 6. So I times this by 2 because 2 times 3 is 6. So whatever I do at the bottom, I do on top. So times 2 at the bottom, times 2 on top, times 1 at the bottom, times 1 on top. So this is going to be 2 times 2 is 4 over 6 minus 1 over 6 times 4. Equals 4 minus 1, which is 3 over 6 times 4. Now you see 3 over 6 can be simplified further, right? So 3 over 6 can be written as 1 over 2 times 4 over 1. 2 go into 2 once, 2 go into 4 twice. So 1 times 2 is 2, which is left with 2. For number 21, it's going to be 10 divided by 3 plus 5. So the sum here is going to be 10 divided by 3 plus 5, which is 8. 10 over 8, which is also known, 2 can be simplified into this, right? So 2 going to 8 4 times, 2 going to 10 5 times. What the final answer is 5 over 4. For number 23, the sum is 3 times 2 over 3 plus 7 over 12. So you see here the fractions. You see the fractions doesn't have the same denominator, right? So I have to make my a common denominator, which is going to be 12, right? So 3 times what gives me 12? 3 times 4 gives me 12, right? So whatever I do at the denominator, I must do on top by the numerator. So I times by 4 by the on top there by the numerator. I times by 1 times by 1. So 3 times 2 times 4 is 8 over 12 plus 7 over 12. So 3 times 15 over 12. So 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 15, 3 going to 12 4 times. And what we left with is 15 over 4. Number 25, the sum is 1 divided by 1 over 3 plus 7 over 12. So 1 divided by the LCM here is still there's no common denominator, so I say times 4 because my LCD is going to be 12, right? So times 4 times 1 times 1. So this is going to be 4 over 12 plus 7 over 12. So 4 over 12 plus 7 over 12 is 11 over 12, right? So it's going to be 1 divided by 11 over 12. What you see here is a divide here. So I have to tumble and times. So it's going to be 1 times 12 over 11. And 1 times anything is the answer that you times it by, right? So it's going to be 12 over 11. And number 27 is 5 over 6 times by 8 minus 2. So this is 5 over 6 times by 8 minus 2, which is 6. 6 over 1, right? So 6 going to 6 once, 6 going to 6 once. What we left with is 5. Number 29, 2 times 9 divided by 3 and 3 over 5. So here 2 times 9 is 18 divided by 5 times 3 is 15 plus 3, which is 18. It's going to be 18 over 5. Now since here's a divide, I have to tumble and times, right? So it's going to be 18 times 5 over 18. And 18 going to 18 once, 18 going to 18 once. What we left with is 5.